What's up guys, my name is Anthony and in today's video I'm going to be doing the very first track guide on F1 2021, which will be at Bahrain. So if you're excited to learn how to drive these tracks without the racing line, make sure to smash that like button. Now for this year's track guides, I've changed the way that things are going to work, so this is very important moving forward. And the main change that I've done to the series versus last year is I'm not going to be including any setups in this video. It's solely about the track guide itself. And the reason for this is because I will be releasing at some point a baseline spreadsheet of setups that you can use and tweak to your advantage when doing league races, when doing my teams and stuff like that. However, right now we don't really know too much about setups, so I don't really want to give you guys setups that are potentially not going to work in the future. So that's why I'm giving you the spreadsheet. That will come out, it will be in the pinned comment section once it's ready, and that will be updated throughout the year so that you guys are never left with outdated setups. So let's get straight into the hot lap, and then I'll take you around Bahrain in a detailed guide. Okay guys, so for the final corner as you come into your hot lap, what you want to do is brake just after the 100-meter board. Remember to brake in a straight line, especially if you're not using ABS, because on this game your rear tires will lock up. And you want to shift down into 4th gear, turning just after the 50-meter board here. Try and hit the apex as cleanly as you can and use the curb on exit to make sure that you straight line the car a little bit quicker, and it will get you the most speed going down this straight. And then you want to open DRS as soon as you can. So for turn 1, what you want to do is brake around about, I'd say 110 meters. So that would literally be just as you pass this red and white curve. Around about here, you're going to be in 8th gear and you're going to be braking in a complete straight line once again. You want to shift down into 2nd gear and start turning in just after the 50-meter board once again. Try and hit the apex cleanly and then keep the car rotating here because you want to stay as far right as you can. Probably around about here, halfway through the track. Shift up to 3rd and then shift up to 4th. Try and get as clean as a run as you possibly can here. Use the curb here, but it can spit you out depending on how you hit it on this game. And then hit DRS as soon as you can. And then for this next corner, it's another straight line braking. You're going to be in 7th gear, brake just after the 100-meter board. You want to shift down 3 times into 4th gear and once again try and hit the apex cleanly through here. And again, straight line the car as soon as you can. So that means using the outside curb here as well. And that is the first sector done. For this corner, pretty simple. You're going to be in 6th gear. After you ride that curb, shift down into 5th, carry as much speed as you possibly can, back up to 6th, flat out through here, use the curb, don't use too much. And then for this corner, you're going to be in 6th gear, and right around about here where you see the light blue patch on the other side of the road, right when that ends, you want to straight line brake it. Now I know at this point you're not exactly going in line with the track, but you want to straight line brake so that you don't lock up the tires because you are going downhill. And you want to shift down into 2nd gear using the track and then turning in to get that best angle as possible. This is going to be uphill, so you can get on the throttle a little bit earlier, but make sure to short shift just in case. And then coming up to turn 9s and 10, which is obviously the hardest corners on the track. Use as much curb going into it so you get the best angle through. This is a very, very late braking. You want to brake around about here. Brake in a straight line at first, down into second gear. And then as you hit the curb on the outside, you want to shift down into first to get that rotation in, because it does tighten up quite a lot, and then short shift up to third. I found that's best when coming off of here, and then open DRS as soon as you can. Okay, so for this next corner, you're going to be taking the esports line. You want to be as wide as possible. You will be in 7th gear, and right around about here where you see the fencing on the right hand side change color, that's what I use for my braking point. Brake in a straight line down into 5th gear, and then one last downshift into 4th as you're turning in just after the 50-meter board. Try and carry as much speed as you can and get on the throttle as soon as you can. And these next couple of corners here, completely flat out, so you just want to make as smooth as a line as possible so that you're not losing any speed. And then for this corner, as you can see on the far right hand side, there is an orange little part of the barrier of the fencing there. You want to use that as your reference point. You're in 7th gear. Probably have your left hand tires on the curb just a little bit. Shift down to 4th, keep wide, and then swoop the car in to try and get the best exit you can, because it's very important to get the exit, because you've got a long straight line here going up to the final corner. Use the exit curb if you need to as well. And then once again, coming up to the final corner, pretty much do exactly what you did at the beginning. Brake just after the 100-meter board in 8th gear, turn after the 50-meter board down into 4th. Try and hit the apex cleanly, and then again use the curb to straight line the car as soon as possible. Hit DRS, and that is a lap of Bahrain. So I hope that you guys learned from this track guide. If you did, make sure to smash that subscribe button and stick around, by the way, until the end screen so that you can see my very first F1 2021 video, or you can watch me checking out my F1 2021 predictions over 4 months later, and I will see you guys in my next video.